Welcome to High Floor Fantasy. I'm Chad, and these are the top 10 wide receivers for Week 6. Okay, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 1 overall, Cooper Kupp. He comes in at number 62 in consistency, which is in the orange. He found his floor in Week 4, and he found his ceiling in Week 2. What we're looking out for with Cooper Kupp is the target share in LA. It was 43% in Week 6, which is higher than the first 3 weeks of the season for him. But we got to be on the lookout for what Robert Woods has got going on. Could be potentially a pest for Cooper Kupp. Number 2, Tyreek Hill. He comes in at number 74 overall in consistency, which is the worst among all the wide receivers. That is the red category. He found his floor in Week 2 and his ceiling in Week 4. What we're looking out for with him is he's got this quad problem. He is listed as questionable right now, and he missed practice on Wednesday, but that's probably more of just a conservative rest kind of a thing. They're going up against Tennessee, and Tennessee just lost their first-round secondary guy, Caleb Farley. I can't read my own writing. They lost that guy for the year with a knee. So the Tennessee defense is going to be a little soft, and Tyreek Hill shouldn't be having much of a problem if this injury thing isn't a big deal. Okay, number 3, Devonta Adams. It's just problems with consistency. He's at number 67 overall in consistency, which is in the orange category. He found his floor in Week 1. He found his ceiling in Week 5. So we're looking out for the yardage inconsistencies with him. Excuse me, it was 206 yards in Week 5 and then only 89 yards in Week 6. Now, it's probably just a fluke. You know, everybody's going to have a bad week. Washington has a not-so-great defense. He's going up against Washington next, and he just needs to get his hand on the ball. Number 4, Justin Jefferson. Okay, finally we got a consistent guy. He comes in at number 19 overall in consistency, and that is green. That's a double green guy. He found his floor in Week 1. He found his ceiling thus far in Week 3. Okay, so Justin Jefferson it's a target share thing, just like Cooper Kupp. You know, it's split with Adam Thielen. Kirk Cousins threw touchdowns to 3 other guys in that game. And Justin Jefferson had 8 receptions on 14 targets. I mean, those are wide receiver 1 numbers for sure. But we just gotta. There's apparently more mouths to feed than I would have thought. But Thielen would be the guy to look out for there. Just it's a target share situation. Okay, number 5, Jamar Chase. He comes in also a green consistency guy at number 27 overall. He found his floor in Week 2. He found his ceiling in Week 5. Okay, the problem with Jamar Chase is the touchdown dependency. He's had touchdowns in 4 of the last 5 weeks. So his reception and yardage needs to go up so you're not so disappointed if you're missing that 6 points from the touchdowns. Because without that, you know, you just take 6 points off of his total 4 out of the last 5 weeks, and you see where you are. You're not going to be happy with that. So let's work on that touchdown dependency. Excuse me, number 6, DJ Moore. He comes in at number 52 overall in consistency. He found his floor in Week 5. He found his ceiling in Week 4. Sub 10 points on the floor and over 30 points on the ceiling. So, yeah, that's going to ding your consistency numbers a little bit. What we're looking out for with DJ Moore is the quarterback play. Darnold has been struggling the last couple of weeks. You know, he's doing Darnold things. I was really happy for him about 2 weeks ago with his progress through the season, but now we're seeing some struggles. We got to look out for the target share. He's had double-digit targets for the last 4 out of the last 5 games. He's had double-digit target share. Well, I'm stammering all over this thing here. That's a good thing. So we just hope that Darnold can show a little uptick in his performance. That'll help DJ Moore out. Number 7 overall, Mike Williams. He's coming in at number 73 overall in consistency. Who was 74? Tyreek Hill was 74. He found his floor in week 4. He has the lowest floor, unfortunately, of all of the wide receivers. He found his ceiling in week 5. His floor is not even 3 fantasy points established in week 4. So it's an upside play. It's the upside versus downside. Consistency is the issue. When you're doing less than 3 fantasy points for your floor and then more than 36 fantasy points as your ceiling, that's a consistency thing. His boom weeks are enough to keep his average and his total high enough to keep him in the top 10. He's going into a bye week. He's got to rest a sort of a nagging knee thing, so he'll come back strong in week 8. Okay, number 8. Turn the page here. DK Metcalf. We got another green guy in consistency at number 28 overall in consistency. He found his floor in week 2. Found his ceiling in week 5. Okay, obviously it's a quarterback thing for him, right? Russell Wilson is out for indefinitely with this finger thing. So Geno Smith is some concern. His receiving yards have dropped over the last couple of games with the new quarterback or with the backup. So just got to temper your expectations on DK Metcalf. All right. Hollywood from Baltimore. He comes in at number 58 in consistency. That is orange. He found his floor in week 6. He found his ceiling in week 5. So Marquise Brown, it's game script dependent, right? They got out to such a big lead that they leaned on the run game, which is their run first offense to begin with. So he's an upside play with some risk depending on how they want to use Lamar and the run game and how the game script works out for him. Okay, number 10, Adam Thielen. So we got 2 Minnesota guys in the top 10. He comes in at 64 overall in consistency. That's in the orange. He found his floor in week 5. He found his ceiling in week 1. Okay, so he's got the same issue as Justin Jefferson, right? It's a target share thing. He's 11 receptions on 13 targets in the last game, so he's more efficient than Jefferson. I'd say really it's kind of a coin flip. Jefferson was where did he come in? He was number 4. So number 4 to number 10, there's about a 10 or 11 point difference in floor rating for them both. But they're both, it's like a 1A, 1B situation. Adam Thielen there at number 10. Okay. Head over to Patreon and have a look. I've got some cool stuff put up there. I got those printable. You can print the, the PDF files out. I've made it very affordable. You can go and support this channel on Patreon for a month for less than what a lot of people spend on coffee 5 days a week. So I did price it so that it's not going to be a strain on your budget. Go check me out on Patreon. Hang out for a few more seconds and you can click through to some more of my content. I really appreciate you. Thank you.